You get paid on Friday. For about an hour, your bank account actually looks good. You think, okay, this month I'm actually going to save something. Then you pay rent, then groceries, then that one subscription you forgot about, then adjust this once takeout order because you're tired and it's been a long week. And by Tuesday, somehow, the number is back down to almost nothing. And you sit there thinking, what is wrong with me? I make decent money. Why can't I just save? Here's the question that probably keeps circling in your head. Am I just bad with money? Is everyone else out there just more disciplined than me? And look, if that's you, I need you to hear this clearly. It's not a discipline problem. It's not a willpower problem. And it's definitely not because you're bad with money. There's a real, specific reason saving feels impossible, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let's start with the uncomfortable myth we need to kill first. The idea that saving money is about willpower. Because if that were true, the solution would just be try harder. But millions of disciplined, smart, hardworking people still can't save, which tells you the problem isn't effort. The problem is design. Your money is designed to disappear before you even notice it's gone. Here's what most people don't realize. If your paycheck lands in the same account you spend from, your brain treats every dollar in that account as available. Not saved, available. There's no separation between money I have and money I'm allowed to spend. So even if you intend to save $300 this month, that $300 is sitting in the same pool as your grocery money, your rent money, your impulse buy money, and your brain, without you even consciously deciding, slowly eats through it. Let's put a number on this. Say you get paid for $1,000 a month. If that entire $1,000 sits in one account and you're mentally planning to save $400 of it, here's what actually happens. Every purchase you make, your brain checks the total balance, not your intended savings. So as long as the number in the account looks fine, spending feels fine. By the time bills, groceries, and a few smaller purchases add up, that $400 you meant to save quietly becomes the thing that absorbs the difference. Not because you're careless, because there was never any separation protecting it in the first place. This is what I call the visibility problem. Money you can see and touch easily, money sitting right there in your main account, gets spent. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is wired to treat available as spendable. It's the same reason a bag of chips left open on the counter disappears faster than one sealed in the pantry. Same chips, different friction, different outcome. So if the real problem is visibility and friction, the real fix isn't try harder to resist spending. The fix is designing your money so that saving happens automatically, before your brain ever gets the chance to talk you out of it. Here's the framework. Step 1. Separate your money the moment it arrives. Not at the end of the month. Not whatever's left over, the moment your paycheck lands. A set amount moves immediately into a separate account. Ideally one that's slightly annoying to access. A different bank, no debit card attached, whatever adds a little friction. This single move does more for your savings than any budgeting app ever will, because it removes the decision entirely. Step 2. Automate it so it doesn't rely on motivation. Set up an automatic transfer for the day after payday. Not when I remember, not if I have extra, automatic, every single time. Motivation is unreliable. Systems aren't. Step 3. Make your spending account slightly less comfortable to overspend from. This sounds strange, but hear me out. If your checking account balance always looks fine because your savings already left, you naturally spend within what's actually available, not what looks available. You stop making decisions based on a number that was never really yours to spend in the first place. Step 4. Start smaller than feels meaningful. If $400 feels impossible right now, automate $50. The amount matters less than the system running consistently. Once the habit exists, increasing the number later is easy. Building the habit from nothing is the hard part, so make that part as small and painless as possible. Let me give you a quick example of how this plays out. Imagine two people with the exact same income. Person that keeps everything in one account and tries to save whatever's left at the end of the month. Most months, that number is close to zero, not because they're careless, but because there was nothing protecting that money from everyday spending. Person B automates a transfer the day after payday, moving the money before it's ever visible in their main account. Same income, same expenses. But 12 months later, Person A has saved almost nothing, and Person B has saved thousands, without ever feeling like they were restricting themselves harder than Person A. The difference wasn't discipline. It was design. Here's the part that really matters, though. Once your money is separated automatically, something shifts psychologically too. You stop feeling guilty every time you spend, because you already know your savings are protected. You're not white-knuckling your way through every purchase decision anymore. The system is doing the work your willpower was never built to do alone. So let's bring this back to where we started. If you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, why can't I just save like everyone else seems to? It was never about being bad with money. It was about money that was never separated from spending in the first place. Fix the structure, and the behavior fixes itself. If this helps you understand why saving has felt so hard, hit subscribe, because we're going to keep breaking down the real, unglamorous reasons your money doesn't work the way you want it to. And I want to know, when's the last time you looked at your account and had absolutely no idea where the money went? Let me know in the comments, because you are definitely not the only one.